upon the invitation of the Turkish Minister for Trade and Industry, Minister of Trade and Industry, Mr. Ahmed Samir, arrived in Turkey on Tuesday for a two-day official visit. And to shed more light on that important visit, we're very delighted to be joined over the phone by Mr. Abdul Latif Wahba, our political and economic analyst. Good morning, Mr. Abdul Latif.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
Fine.
The timing of this visit, the invitation, and the importance of this visit, please.
As you know that Egypt and Turkey started a new wave of relations during the last months. You remember exactly the Turkish president Recep Tayyip Erdogan when he met with President Abdul Fattah al-Sisi in Gulf Summit, and then Egypt and Turkey started to discover the new relations, especially after the Turkish president declared that we have no problems with Egypt, and they started at the same time sending a political missions to Cairo and met with their counterparts in Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Also, as you know that Mr. Sameh Shoukry, the Egyptian foreign minister, participated in many events in Turkey and also visited it officially. And they declared that they decided to raise the diplomatic relations to the level of exchanging the ambassadors in Cairo and also in Turkey at the same time. Mr. Ahmed Samir visit to Minister of Industry and Foreign Trade, visit to Turkey came to contain the same efforts to bilateral relations between Egypt and Turkey. And as you know that the Turkish businessmen have a great business in Egypt, and according to the Egyptian Ministry of Industry and Foreign Trade, the exchange of trade between Egypt and Turkey is about $7 billion in last year, and also a number of the Turkish companies investing in Egypt. It's about 790 companies with investments about $2.5 billion. This is, of course, beside what they intended to invest in Egypt, especially in their area in Burj Al Arab. And at the same time, as you know, that the Turkish have some characteristics, especially in spinning and weaving industry in Burj Al Arab. And at the same time, they are, according to the Ministry of Industry and Foreign Trade, they are discussing how to increase the Turkish investment in Egypt, how to build a plan to support the economic relations between Egypt and Turkey at the same time.
Right. Both ministers, they probed the possibility of utilizing local currencies in bilateral trade in light of the current global issues. So could you please elaborate on that and the economic importance of that decision?
Yeah, of course. As you know that due to the Russian-Ukraine crisis, many countries in the world are trying to deal in local currencies. Egypt, as this countries, is in negotiations with many countries, especially that we have a great exchange of trade, like India, for example, like Russia, and so on. They are trying to use their local currencies in financial dealing between the two countries. The same way we are trying to with Turkey at the same time. As you know that you have a great relationship, you have a great portion of exchange of trade. So you can depend upon the local currency in exchange of trade, or at least to use the system of the offset. It means to export Egyptian goods to Turkey,
Right.
and you can import at the same time from Turkey. So this is a new kind
Right.
of using the local currency between the two countries.
Right. Mr. Abdul Latif, on that note, would like to thank you so much talking to the Breakfast Show. And we're going to go to a short break and we'll come back to you. So stay with us.